Hi, this is Dr. Mercola, and today I want to teach you how you can implement one of the most effective ways to jumpstart your health by improving the quality of your gut microbiome. First of all, to make fermented vegetables properly, you have to start with high-quality organic vegetables, of course, and usually you want to use relatively dense and hard vegetables like cabbage and carrots would be the two primary ones. And you can use wild fermentation. It's predictable. It might take 2 to 3 weeks. When you add a starter culture, there is a tremendous benefit because you accelerate the process and it's very consistent, and you can typically it'll take about a week. Challenge though is that ideally, if you're going to go through the process and invest your time, effort, and energy in creating the fermented vegetables, you want to make sure that you're going to get an additional benefit, and one of the major benefits of that is vitamin K2. And not all starter cultures make therapeutic levels of vitamin K2. They all make K2, but they make them in different levels. You want one that makes them so that the serving is a few hundred micrograms of vitamin K2 so you can get all the benefits. So even though you're using a kinetic culture, one of the problems of making fermented vegetables at home is it has a certain smell and odor, some people might say, unless you're a customer adjusted to it. And some people actually find this odor offensive. I personally don't. I'm sort of immune to it, I guess, and I don't even notice it. And I suspect that's the same with helping with you and your family, but initially it's a bit of a challenge. So to address this, we've developed a very special lid that doesn't exist anywhere else. With these kinetic culture jar lids are really clever because they're one-way valve that allows the gases that are generated during the fermentation process to be released so the jar doesn't explode, but yet it prevents the oxygen from coming back into the jar because oxygen would not allow the fermentation process to continue because it essentially is an anaerobic without oxygen process. So once you've gathered your vegetables and shredded them up and you've got them in your big bowl with the celery juice, you take your vegetables and you put them in a ball jar, typically a quart, or you could use a half a gallon. You want to make sure you stamp them down so they're pretty well compressed. So after you've done that, then you can place a cabbage leaf on top to sort of insulate the mixture below from any potential mold contamination. And then all you need to do is simply screw on the kinetic culture lid and put it in the refrigerator, and it makes life a lot simpler in your task of creating fermented vegetables. So I couldn't endorse it more strongly. So I highly recommend that you consider adopting this practice so that you and your family can more fully take control of your health.